Welcome back to my channel. If you're coming back and you subscribed, thank you so much. Thank you for all the views. Please continue to tell your friends, your family about my cooking channel. Come on Cooking with Nikki. Today I'm going to be making another comforting, easy dinner, which is my Italian soup. What you will need today for this recipe is mild Italian sausage, and we got the roll. Sometimes it comes grounded up like a pack of ground beef, but in our store today there was the roll. You will need a quarter of zucchini diced, a quarter of an onion diced, and a bell green pepper diced, as well as a can of diced tomatoes. And this is a 14.5 ounce. You all have to excuse me today. Reading things, my eyes have been a little bit blurry. Sometimes that happens. For you all that don't know, I had a stroke a year ago. I also lost my vision, my peripheral vision, so I can't see things on the side of me. So if somebody's standing right here, I can't see them. And you could be standing there and not saying anything, I still can't see you. I lost it in both eyes. I probably got like 20% left in my right eye, but I completely lost it in my left. So sometimes I need assistance with reading things. Let me get back to our ingredients. Just wanted to give you all a little bit of what I go through each day. Also, you'll need butter, and this is salted butter. You'll need Italian seasoning, a tablespoon. You'll need a tablespoon of onion powder and garlic powder. You'll need a half a teaspoon of salt and pepper. I also got some accent here and some roasted garlic herb seasoning. This is the Grill Mates. I used it in my last video, the Brazilian steak, smokehouse steak seasoning. You also got to try this garlic and herb. It is a really good season. I use it in about everything. Lastly, we'll need some grated Parmesan cheese, and we got the off-brand and everything. There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, my videos are budget friendly. We are on a fixed income due to my disability, so I still use the off-brand stuff, and it still turns out good. You just come on and cook and everything, it turns out good. So we're going to get started. I'm going to start with grounding up our Italian sausage. So I got a skillet here, and if you haven't got your pots and pans out yet, you'll need a skillet, you'll need a big deep pot, or the deepest pot you have, and I got another medium-sized pot. I am forgetting one ingredient, I'm sorry. It is the rotini noodles. You can go with any brand. I got the cremate, and you'll be using probably about a half box, considering what size family or how many people you're feeding tonight. You might use the whole box. I'm probably going to use the half of a box, and I'll grab that real quick, or not real quick, because I can walk as fast as I can. So this is the box my husband got today, and it is a 16-ounce box. Like I said, we'll probably use only half of this box. There's only 3 of us eating tonight. But you'll want the rotini, the cremates, or the offering. It doesn't matter. So we got our skillet going, and that's on a medium. And I just have to do a real quick shout out to my brother and my sister-in-law. They got me some Rachel Ray pots and pans, and I'm telling you, I am loving them. I love the color. I love everything about them. I enjoy watching Rachel Ray. She's my all-time favorite cook. And I love her words. I used one of her words in my last video, delish. And preparing this meal, I hope it's just as delish for you all as it is for my family. So my husband has already cut open the package to the Italian sausage. We're going to go ahead and get that started, the skillet. See if I can do it one-handed. Like I said, I have no mobility really in my left arm. Not enough to at least even squeeze this. Like if I open up my fingers and put my hand in my husband's hand, I can squeeze his hands sometimes. Depending on how I'm feeling that day. It's like it's got a mind of its own. It wants to do some days and some days it don't. So I'm just squeezing this out of here. I mean, the grounded one that's like in a ground beef pack is so much easier. But like I said before, we'll get through it. And I'm just going to take the sides right here and work my fingers to get that rest of that out of there. And there it goes. I brought my trash can a little bit closer this time, so I don't have a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, I don't have very much counter space. I don't have a big extravagant kitchen where you have all this counter space. I wish that I did, but I don't. So I have to work with what I have. So we're going to get this grounded up. And it doesn't take very long for this meal as well. Like I said, they're simple, easy meals to make, especially if you're disabled. Don't think that you can't do it. I mean, this time last year, and really around this time last year, I was feeling pretty down, didn't know what I was going to do, because I was the type of woman that loved to work, would do the overtime. I like making my money. And so to not be able to go out and work because of my disability, because a lot of jobs, you have to have both hands. And I just don't have the ability for that right now. But this is my passion, is cooking. So I'm glad that I'm able to make a YouTube channel to help others that are like me. You know, with disabilities. I mean, we can still do things. And if you enjoy cooking, then we can help each other. If you have some recipes or some techniques that can better help me that you see, please leave it in the comments. Let me know. My channel is to inspire others that want to cook simple meals, that are on a budget, that are disabled. I mean, my channel is just for a little bit of everybody. Hands don't slide away from me, so I'm going to get that back over here. I'm just trying to ground this up. In the meantime, while this is browning, I'm going to go ahead and set my pot back here on a medium high. So about between 7 and 8 on my stove. And I'm going to eyeball half a teaspoon of some salt. And along with that, I'm going to incorporate a tablespoon of butter just to give my noodles some flavor. You want to season your noodles. You don't want those plain. You want your food to have layers of seasoning. That's what makes it taste good. And in that back pot, we're going to use anywhere from 2 to 4 cups of water. So I'm going to start off with 2. We're going to pour that in there. There's 1 cup, 2 cups. I'm going to put that on a medium high. And I'm going to go ahead and do the 4 cups. So I'm going to grab some more water. Y'all, I'm in slow motion today as well. My feet, both the right and the left, has been swollen the last 2 days. I've tried elevating them all day yesterday, and I apologize to those that were looking forward to my video yesterday. I was a little bit down last night. We had some issues with recording, so I'm sorry I didn't get to do that Sunday dinner video and everything. But with Lord's grace, hopefully I will be doing a Sunday dinner video, just because I want to put out there that even being disabled, you can do a multi-dinner. I know my first video was a chicken pot pie, that's a one pot, but I just want to show that we can also do a Sunday dinner. I mean, I don't think Sunday dinners are as big as when I was growing up. I remember we would go to church, go to Sunday school, then go to church. My mom would have Sunday dinner and dessert afterwards. So I try to incorporate that in my life for my children. Even though we don't have any here but one, but I still like to do Sunday dinners. And I'm not too for sure what I haven't came up with what I'm thinking about making for this coming Sunday. You know, we got Halloween. This is Halloween week. That's why I'm making this dish tonight, is because it's still kind of cool, and it just seems like a kind of a soup kind of day to me. It's getting there. So I got both pots on the back burners at a medium high. And I didn't add any salt to this pot. I'm not going to do that, because that one's going to have our broth for our soup. So what I am going to do is add our, I'm not too for sure what size this is, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. Add the whole can in there. And you know what we actually could have did was pour some water in this can. That way we're getting all the goodness of the tomato sauce. You know, times it's hard. Get every drop that you can. And that's what I should have did. But I got a little bit in here by tossing that around. Okay. So we're going to discard that. Keep on forgetting this trash can over here. I'm going to discard that, and we're going to start flavoring this broth. I usually sometimes put chicken broth, a can of chicken broth, a small one, but I don't have that on hand. So I do have a chicken bouillon. That's why I added that water in there first. So we're going to use 1 chicken bouillon if you have that on hand. If you have the chicken broth, go ahead and add that in there. Give that a spin around. So we're going to add that. Or stir around, not spin around. Stir. And I'm going to go ahead and add our seasonings. So this is the garlic powder, the teaspoon of garlic powder. And they get clumped down in there. I think it's the moisture in the air. I stay cold, so we keep it pretty warm in my house. So if you ever come and visit, expect to be pretty much going into the sauna. This is 1 teaspoon of onion powder. But it feels just great to me. A half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. Add it in both in the same container because I'm running out of containers. Okay. So we're going to check on this meat. Slide it off again. And it's just about getting brown. So here in a little bit, I'll need assistance from my husband. Just because the left vision and my eyes are just not cooperating today. It's like I want to do a video since I didn't get to do one yesterday. And working through the pain. My grandfather says no pain, no gain. So I'm working through it for you all and for my family to make this meal tonight. Tonight, me and my husband's shows come on and sit back. He's off. Gonna sit back and have It's a nice warm bowl of Italian soup and watch our shows, The Voice, and record. I think my husband already has it on record for The Bachelorette. Is that right, husband?
Mm-hmm.
And what's our other show? Is there another one that we watched tonight?
I don't think so. I think it's just The Voice and Bachelorette.
Alright, so we'll watch our voice first, and then he already has it on record for The Bachelorette, and we'll have our nice warm bowl of soup, get up on the couch and watch The Voice along with our breadsticks. That's a garnish that we're going to be using with the grated Parmesan cheese. And it says just follow the instructions on the breadstick box. Mine says 425 degrees and it should be ready in 5 or 6 minutes. So we'll see if it's going to be ready in 5 or 6 minutes. But we're going to get our broth and our meat grounded up. We're going to get our noodles boiled and cooked up before we even worry about the breadsticks. And if I'm going a little bit out of order, please forgive me. Because it seems to me like I got stuff here, I got stuff there. Didn't know what I was going to cook today anyway, so I'm kind of a little scattered. We all have those days. I'm blaming it on my brain surgery. That's what I'm going to do today. You know, I'm still in my healing process. Like I said, this is a new pan for my brother and my sister-in-law. And I am so appreciative. And I'm so blessed to have a family who, you know, looks out and loves me, supports me. And that's the thing that you really need with going through a time like this. And you're in pain and you're hurting. And we're stuck in the house. That you need support from your family. We need each other to get through this. We're going to continue to brown that up. This one big chunk here does not want to brown up or tear browned up at all. I want a little bit more browner before I start adding our vegetables in, which is the quarter green pepper, quarter of onion, both diced, and a quarter of zucchini. Now if your family likes a lot of zucchini, add a half a zucchini, add a whole zucchini. My family is not big on zucchini. Now I can eat all of it out of the pot, which I'll probably wind up having to do anyway, because that's probably what's going to be left. Add more onion if you like onion, if you're an onion lover. Or green pepper. You can add red pepper, or the yellow or orange pepper if you like. Whatever your preference is. You know, trust, you have a say so in this recipe on what you like. Like, hey Nikki, I want half a zucchini. Go ahead and add the half a zucchini in. Or if you think it needs more, you like stewed diced tomatoes, you think you would like to have 2 cans in, add 2 cans in, but make sure you have enough water in your pot. Yeah, I've been trying to think of what this pot is called. A stock pot, I believe that's what it's called. Never had one. So I've been sitting up here thinking and thinking. Pretty simple. It looks like our water is starting to come to a little boil back here for our noodles. I'm gonna let this hang out right here, see if it'll brown up some more without me touching it. Leave that right there, and we're gonna boil back here. We're gonna have to calm that down. Let's turn that down a little bit. I'm gonna turn it on too, because that is really boiling up. You know what? I think I'm gonna add another 2 cups of water to this. Being a little thick from the tomato sauce. want to do, we don't have to sear up the tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I'm going to add the whole can of diced tomatoes in there with juice. Don't drain them. Just leave them juice in there. It gives our broth more flavor. Give this a quick stir since I added that water and those tomatoes in there and the juice from those tomatoes. Get the sides, get all that goodness on the sides. Some of that tomato sauce want to come up on the side of my pot. Now, you getting it in a bowl tonight. Let's check on this meat. Alright, you all, we're just going to continue to brown up this meat. Our pan keeps sliding as soon as your meat is browned it up. That Italian sausage. Go ahead and start adding your vegetables in and getting them sauteed. Let your onions become translucent. And from my understanding, translucent is when they come to a clear color. They're really kind of soft. Soften up. They have a really pretty color actually. Once you get these vegetables in this Italian sausage, you're going to smell a whole nother flavor to add to this meat. Alright. So after this meat and my vegetables have been sauteed, we're going to get them drained and we're going to add them to that stock. So I will be back right after we get that done.
Go.
You all, I'm back with our Italian sausage, onions, peppers, and zucchini have cooked to the browning that I like. The sauteed of the vegetables, of the peppers, and the zucchini. It still has a little bite to it. But don't forget, it's going to cook some more in our stock pot. So what we're going to do is add this mixture over here. And I'm just going to use a spatula. Setting that right there. And see how much I can get drained of that liquid. There's not a whole lot of fat liquid coming out. So this was some really good Italian sausage. And that was the flakes, I believe. The small roll. We're going to add that in there. Drain as much as we can. And I also want to tell you about while I was going, I added a little bit more of water to our stock pot. I added another 2 cups. And we're going to have some leftovers tomorrow. Maybe for lunch. Might even have it for dinner. Who knows? And I do have big bite-sized pieces and small pieces of Italian sausage. You all, my husband is assisting me with holding the scale. Like I said, sometimes we all need some help. So he's helping me so this pan doesn't slide all over the place. I'm telling you right now, I'm really loving these Rachel Ray pots and pans. I kind of put that out there for the family on our family chat that I would like for a Christmas gift is a cookware, and I put utensils. I was in need for some good ones. And I was not expecting for this to be delivered yesterday to my doorstep. Like, I felt like a kid on Christmas Day. Like, I was so happy and overjoyed. Like, and it came right on time. before my next video. So I am so thankful for my brother and my sister-in-law. I also want to give a shout out to Alicia Bewley. Thank you, my friend, for a long time. Thank you for putting my video up on Facebook along with my nephew. I tell you, he is wonderful. Somebody asked why I didn't put the link up for my video, and my nephew went and found it for me and put it up. And I thank you. Love you, nephew. Well, I love all my nephews and my niece and my great niece. All my family, pretty much. So, just want to put that out there. I thank so many of you all for the views. I was not expecting as many views as I had. I'm very thankful and blessed to have all you all watching my videos. Please continue to share. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. So we're going to continue to add this. And then we're going to go ahead and get our noodles started, because the water is rumbling over there. And like I said, I got a 16-ounce box. I'm going to use half of it, so I'm going to use 8 ounces. And I'll be right back. Alright, you all. I've got the vegetables and the Italian sausage into our broth, which is the tomato sauce. I believe I'm at 6 to 8 cups of water. And I got my noodles over here drained. And I got them warming up. Toss in a teaspoon of butter. Now you can do the soup several different ways. I already tasted my broth, and like I said, I'm a big fan of Grill Mates, and I'm gonna just do a sprinkle, a dash or two of this roasted garlic. 1, 2. And since we don't use a lot of salt in our house, I love using accent, and I'm gonna do a little sprinkle of that, probably about a half a teaspoon. Okay. And there's another ingredient I'm going to add in. You don't have to add in, but I like to add in a little bit of brown sugar. It's probably a teaspoon and a half of brown sugar. I'm going to give that a quick stir. The reason why I like adding in a little bit of sugar, I could add in white sugar as well. I'll do that. Because some of the acid from the tomatoes, because lately when I eat something like tomatoes or spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce, I have heartburn. So to cut down on that, I've learned that you put a little bit of sugar when you're making stuff with a lot of acid. And I like sweet stuff, so it's another reason why I like it too. And it really does help with the heartburn. For me it does. So I'm just giving this a stir. And like I said, I have my oven set at 425. You should have your oven set for your breadsticks as part of our garnish of our soup. We're going to go ahead and get those in now with my husband's assistance. And then we're going to get this soup together and in a bowl, ready to eat. I'll be right back. Alright, you all, we're coming down to the ending of this video. We're going to take a quick peek in this pot. You can see the noodles. I see onion, tomato, and I can get a little good view on it. A little bit, all of it. My zucchini keeps coming out of my spoon. It's like, no, not happening. But guess what? It is going to happen, because it's going to go in somebody's bowl and get ate tonight. And there's with the tomatoes. They're so vibrant red. Got the zucchini in there, the noodles and Italian sausage. The bread's in the oven. Breadsticks is in the oven. I got like 2 more minutes left to get mine out. Hope yours is at the same time. We're gonna get this soup bowled up. Now, I've tasted my soup and it's to the flavoring is to the liking for my family. It's got that tomato taste and the noodles are nice and firm, not soggy. You got your bite-sized zucchini and onion and green bell pepper. And the broth is just right where I want it. But I think I'm going to add, since it's Italian soup, I'm just going to add another teaspoon of Italian seasoning. And get this bowled up, top it with some beautiful parsley flakes, and get a breadstick in. And some grated parmesan cheese, and we're having Italian soup tonight. Also, if you didn't get all the ingredients, because I know it was quite a bit, I will have in my description box the measurements for this Italian soup. So, I'm going to step back for a few minutes. We're going to get our breadsticks out because our timer is getting ready to go off. And I'll be back with you all to show you how to bowl this up. Alright everybody, breadsticks are out. We are ready to get this bowl of soup in our belly. To take a deep sized bowl and get this serving. Easy dinner recipe, easy. On a cool day. And I try to cook my noodles a little under where they have that firmness, because if they're sitting in a pot and families coming in at different times, those noodles will tend to get soggy sitting in this water and tomato sauce. So got this. And then what we're going to do is everybody's favorite to make their dish look good, sprinkle some parsley flakes on top, which it does give a good color. And top that with some Parmesan cheese. And do a little sprinkle there. And then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more parsley flakes on top. Give me a breadstick. Dump that down in there. Give it a better picture over here. Oops, excuse me. Get you a spoon, and you're ready to go. Relax for the rest of the evening with a nice warm bowl of Italian soup. Like I said again, my ingredients will be in the description box. If you like this recipe, give me a thumbs up. Please share it to your family, your friends, your co-workers, whoever you might know, the cashier at the grocery store. Just check out this video. Thank you for tuning in on my channel. Come on, Cooking with Nikki. Until next time, you all God bless you all and have a good evening.